What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, an interesting video for you here on the channel. I keep saying this, but today is a sadder video, but it's always interesting because Seth Rollins, I think, is injured for the long haul. Rumor has it that he's going to have rough. Why can am I here? Is my brain here? I almost said rough rotator, but that's crazy. Rotator cuff surgery, or just shoulder surgery in general because of a nasty crown jewel landing, which I don't know why he did a diving headbutt, because that's absolutely insane, and that never seen that one, but we saw it, and it has unfortunately injured Seth Rollins. Now, a lot of people would like to say that, well, you're getting finesse. Well, we're getting worked. And you know what? If I get worked, totally fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. Because you know what? It was excellent and they did well. But I know it's happened before, but of course now they're more cautious about this. The breakup of the Vision shows me and tells me that it's either going to be a ruse against CM Punk or it is a legitimate injury that you can tell he was, nursing a little bit throughout the whole show. So I'm going to make some videos right now talking about what would happen if he is injured and has to go on a road of recovery. Now, I really do have to say that, again, we don't know 100% what's going to happen with him. We don't know if he's actually fully injured, but reports say that he is going to have rotator cuff surgery. And so, obviously, and rumor has it that he's going to vacate the title. So today we're just going to talk about it. If he has to vacate the title, who would win a potential vacate title? I'm kind of really sad I have to make this video. So let's get started and let's begin. We have our crazy long shots here. Not likely, but still need to mention. And we're going to start off with Jacob Fatu. Listen, I had to get more than just like 4 people on this video. So Jacob Fatu is just a mention out of the four people that I would say there's 5 people that could. He's the 2. There's 2 people that, Jacob Fatu is one of them. I just believe in my head and my soul, Jacob Fatu is going to be stuck with SmackDown for a little bit more with this Undisputed Championship. I wonder how he would jump to Raw. Rumor has he's also going to be on the Survivor Series card that was before Seth Rollins was injured. How does that work? How does that happen? Maybe they throw Drew now in the Vision side to even it with Seth Rollins. I don't know, but I would still say this is not likely, but still need a mention at least because Jacob Fatu is still Jacob Fatu. Like, let's say at Survivor Series or at Saturday Night's Main Event, probably not Saturday Night's Main Event, they have a open, gauntlet match for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Jacob Fatu is in that match. Just still want to mention because if he's in that match, there's a good chance he could win it. Gunther is the same thing here because I think Gunther is going to retire John Cena. I think it's been reported that's the case they're going to go. I think that is the case they're going to go with how he's not been here for a while. I really do think that Gunther is likely going to be that opponent. So Gunther doesn't need a world heavyweight title right now. He needs to focus on John Cena. I think they need to save him for John Cena. To me, it just feels like that world title doesn't make a lot of sense right now. I think personally they probably go Gunther coming back after the title's already been given to somebody else. I really do believe that Gunther just likely will not win that championship and honestly go with different routes in different ways. I could be wrong. Maybe they give it to him so that he can immediately lose it to somebody or something like that. Maybe he holds it against a John Cena. But I don't like that. I don't want that to happen. Again, just a mention. This is where I would say there's actual legitimate things I could see. Roman Reigns, out of all the people in this tier, which I think there's only 2, counting him, so literally one other person, it's way harder to see than the other. But I still have to mention it. Roman Reigns, I would assume, is going to be here for Survivor Series, right? And he's probably going to go against this Vision group, whatever it is, in whatever match that they do, I would assume. If not, this is crazy. To me, it feels like Roman Reigns could win this title. I mean, could they do a storyline where it's an open gauntlet match? He wants to win the title. He could win the title and then drop it really early to Braun Breaker. Maybe he drops him to Mania to Braun Breaker, which that's a night 1 main event, night 2 almost. I truthfully think it could be night 2. Just because it's Roman Reigns, and then you have the new up-and-comer Braun Breaker in an insane match. So Roman Reigns, I have to mention as a dark horse because I think he, like a potential Gunther, and someone else on this list could be a winner to set up a future, upcoming main eventer. I think that is why I really think Roman Reigns has a good chance. But we would need Roman Reigns on television a lot. I don't know if we would see that. And truthfully, I just believe, talking about this, because listen, let me also say this. It's the day after Monday Night Raw. I'm still fresh on some ideas that I have. Roman Reigns now with the title, I don't think is going to happen. But talking about it, Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker at Mania could be the way they go if Seth Rollins can't perform at Mania. Jey Uso is one that I wonder how we would get there, and maybe it is the gauntlet match they do, maybe it's a battle royal, whatever it is, maybe it's a ladder match, whatever. But I think it won't be that, because I think with CM Punk's number one contendership, maybe they do just a one-on-one match for the title like they did WrestlePalooza. So here's the thing, I think Jey Uso could be in line to win that match and to win the title, because it could do a new dynamic with Roman Reigns. It could do a dynamic with Jimmy Uso. He could win like a heel. He could fully win as a heel and show Jimmy, this is what you have to do to win. And then we start having, matches between those two, matches between maybe Roman. It sets up a lot for the future, but I have another 2 videos coming out about WrestleMania with this new Seth Rollins injury. And Jey Uso plans change drastically with this, because I thought they would always try and keep, Jey Uso and Jimmy together at the very end randomly. I have to be honest with you, I think they switch up in a bigger match. Again, Jey Uso's a dark horse candidate, but there's some storylines that could be interesting. I just think because we've seen it recently, I don't think people are going to want it. Now, I have 3 real contenders, and number 1... not the number 1 person, but the first one up on this list is LA Knight. Now, I debated on putting him in 2, but here's the thing. Other than Jey Uso, we have not seen an LA Knight reign. And I keep thinking in my head, would they give the title to Jey Uso or LA Knight more? I think they would give it to LA Knight because Jey Uso has a slight other storyline on the side. I also believe LA Knight, everyone wants to see LA Knight with a title. Everyone wants to see LA Knight win a title. Could they tell a story of LA Knight about to win a title, going to do it, no one thought he could do it, and then he wins the title against a CM Punk, for example, and LA Knight wins, and it's setting up a Braun Breaker LA Knight match for the future. I just think other than Jey Uso, LA Knight has a way better chance of winning this because I think we obviously think there's 2 people that are going to win this title potentially, right? They could throw a big swerve and curveball and give it to LA Knight as a babyface, and then there's even more ways they go about this other than us thinking, okay, they're going to go one way. My second on the list is Braun Breaker. I think this is an obvious one. I think everyone thinks it could be the number 1 guy, but I have some other things that I would like to say at first. I think Braun Breaker does have the best chance to win. I really do. I think people could say CM Punk, and I think it could just be easy that he was number 1 contender. You have him in the match against whoever. I think it would be against Braun Breaker, and then CM Punk potentially wins. Or I guess you couldn't maybe do Braun Breaker if that's your end goal is Braun Breaker winning the title. But I think it would be just a little tad too early to win the title. There's 2 ways you go about this. You either give Braun Breaker the title right now, and he goes against Seth Rollins at Mania. Again, another video that I'm going to talk about all the possibilities at what we could see at Mania. Or what you do, if you don't think Seth Rollins will come back during Mania, then what you do is you give it to who I'm about to say, or LA Knight. You let Braun Breaker win the Royal Rumble. He wins the title at the Royal Rumble. I think that's the other side you go, and I kind of like that. I just wonder, is it too late? Is that, that's in 6 months. That's in 6 months before we see that. So let's see how fast they would do that. And I wonder how they would do that and really build up a Braun Break. I like, honestly, winning a Royal Rumble. I could see it, whatever. It makes sense, especially in Saudi. A lot of people thought Braun Breaker could have won it. Yeah, I just wonder how. My number 1 is CM Punk, though. I think it's CM Punk, Braun Breaker, LA Knight, and there's no one else that gives like a legitimate shot in my eyes for WWE. Now, I will say I mentioned the dark horses. I mentioned the people that have a long shot chance. Dark horses, I do see there could be something there, but I just don't think WWE will do it. I think what's going to happen is everyone thinks they're going to give it to Braun Breaker. I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to give it to, well, my thing is with Survivor Series 2, what could happen? Man, there's so many like what if questions. I think what's going to happen is CM Punk gets the title. Braun Breaker lost it. Braun Breaker is going a little bit more psycho. Maybe they bring out a new member because of this. And CM Punk, I just think that it'll be way too early to give Braun Breaker that title. I don't think that's because I think Braun Breaker can't hold the title. I think it'll just be a crazy shift of Seth Rollins just lost the title. Okay, let's immediately just give it to Braun Breaker, and then we have the same storyline. I think what they should do is CM Punk wins the title. Braun Breaker's now like, okay, I need to do something else. Like, I just think that you can maybe do a storyline of Seth Rollins really did not let CM Punk win that title no matter what, and Braun Breaker on his first time of being the leader of the division let CM Punk get the title, and then you build Braun Breaker to be this chaotic guy. Like, tell me that's not like a storyline that you could see, like a chaotic guy, and then at the very end at WrestleMania he beats CM Punk. And then I think you set up maybe Seth Rollins coming back Raw after Mania or a little further down after his recovery. And then SummerSlam, it's Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins, and maybe Seth Rollins winning the title back. I don't know if that's psycho of me to predict this right now, but that's what I'm kind of seeing and I'm thinking about. But if Seth Rollins is back before Mania, then I think you would have to run Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins in some scenario. Like, there's no other match that Seth should do anymore. So we'll see. Other than that, if you guys enjoyed, let me know anything down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.